Long, long ago, when Jamaica Jack still existed, and when Cuba Vera reigned with an iron thingy, there was a great war between the tropical-themed clothing brands that is not really talked about today due to the intense psychological tear it would afflict upon thy listener. But anyways, first off, Tommy Bahama. He was a deeply troubled man who would turn people into lampshades and use their bones as guitar picks. So the government offered him a job instead of prison because they thought his intense sadistic torture skills would do well in the tropical war, battlefield war, battle no man's land. Land, war, field. Field. And Caribbean Joe. This one's forgotten about, but he's about as equally mentally deranged as Tommy Bahama. Now, the thing is, these two actually banded together and they killed Jamaica Jacks, which was the Costco generic brand. They teamed up on him and they removed his head and held him by his ponytail, and they displayed it. He held it up high with intense pride in front of the forces of Salt Life. The men that try to describe what they saw that day, they still vomit on the floors when you interview them. And it's really sad overall. And Cuba Vera. The fall of the Cuba Veran Empire. Now, they're still around in some capacity, but there was a mass genocide inflicted upon them by the forces of Guy Harvey. Guy Harvey was ruthless. He ruled with an iron foot. There was intense pain, intense sadism inflicted upon the inhabitants of the Cuba Veran Islands that I don't think I'm allowed to discuss on YouTube here. But just so you know, it did involve cookie dough, and I think some pig hearts were involved in some capacity, and a little jar of dandruff too. So yeah. This sort of concludes the video, and I hope you people had fun learning about this graphic piece of history that your school never taught you.